JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share the news with someone today. Now on to the news. 3 men shot, 2 fatally in Nannyville Gardens. 2 men were killed on Monday night in Nannyville Gardens, St. Andrew, in what is believed to have been a reprisal attack by a rival gang. The deceased have been identified as 25-year-old Stephen Wallace, otherwise called Blue, and 34-year-old Demar Pink. A third man was taken to hospital with bullet wounds. The St. Andrew Central Police theorized that Wallace, who was said to be aligned to the Ashanti gang operating in Nannyville, was the target. According to a source, the shooting was a reprisal for a murder committed in East Kingston. According to preliminary reports, sometime before 10 p.m., the 3 men were conversing on Prosperity Corner in Nannyville when they were approached by other men. Another group then exited a parked car and opened fire. The police reportedly recovered spent shells from high-powered rifles and handguns at the crime scene. Clarendon teen fatally shot during reported confrontation with cops. A 19-year-old was fatally shot during a reported confrontation with police in Clarendon on Monday. The deceased has been identified as Rockaway Cummings of a Mapping address. Reports are that at about 2:15 p.m., people doing business at a section of Manchester Avenue in the parish were sent scampering for cover after they heard loud explosions sounding like gunfire. Minutes later, a police team was seen leaving the area. Information soon emerged that a man was fatally shot by members of the police team. He was later identified as Cummings. The police said the matter has since been reported to the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM. Portland brothers accused of killing vendor freed. 2 Portland brothers accused of the 2019 shooting death of a female vendor were on Monday freed of murder and gun charges in the Portland Circuit Court. Serico Russell, otherwise called Pantro, and Maxwell Russell, also called Bigger, were found not guilty of murder, shooting with intent, and illegal possession of firearm by a 7-member jury, following a month-long trial before Chief Justice Brian Sykes. The victim, Sandra Gordon, 52, of Diamond District, Buff Bay, was shot and killed on March 13 along Oliver Street in Buff Bay, Portland, at about 8:15. Following investigations, the brothers were arrested. The prosecution was alleging that the brothers murdered the woman in retaliation over a dispute that Maxwell had with Gordon's spouse. Serico, when cautioned, had reportedly told the police, "A Second Avenue me don't hear about that," while his brother, when cautioned, offered no comments. However, during the trial, no evidence was found linking them to the murder. Attorneys at law John Jacobs and Michael Deans represented Serico, while Tamika Harris and Cecile Black defended the other brother. Investigation launched after fire at JUTC Spanish Town Depot. Transport Minister Darrell Vaz says an investigation has been launched into Sunday night's fire at the Jamaica Urban Transit Company, JUTC Depot in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. 1 employee was injured by the flames, which destroyed one of the buses parked at the facility. There's an investigation by the fire brigade and the police. I have my own suspicions, but I'll wait until the police and the fire brigade have given me an official report, and I'll make further comment, said the minister.
I can confirm that I've received an update from the JUTC that there was in fact a fire at the Spanish Town Depot, which a bus was involved and damaged by fire. There is an investigation by the fire brigade and the police. I have my own suspicions, but I will wait until the police and the fire have given me an official report, and I will make further comment, and also, based on investigations, further announcements in relation to safety and security on the matter. I have my own suspicions based on intelligence coming from sources. So as I said, I will comment more on the outcome of the investigation and the plan to implement better security measures in relation to certain activities that are plaguing the JUTC.
New toll rates for Highway 2000 to take effect July 6. The Ministry of Science, Energy, Telecommunication and Transport has proposed new toll rates to Highway 2000, which will come into effect on July 6. In an advertisement on Tuesday, the ministry announced increases to the amounts paid at the Portmore, Spanish Town, Vineyards, and Maple toll plazas. Class 1 motorists who use the Portmore toll plaza in St. Catherine will have to pay $360, up from $340, while the T-tag discounted rate will be $350. The Class 2 rate will be $660, up from $610, and the T-tag discounted rate will be set at $630. The Class 3 rate will be $1,090, up from $1,020. Those who use the Spanish Town Toll Plaza in the Class 1 category will be required to pay $270, up from $255, while the T-tag discounted rate will be $260. In the Class 2 category, motorists will have to pay $470, up from $430, and the new T-tag rate is $440. For Class 3 vehicles, the rate will be $800, up from $750. At the Vineyards Toll Plaza, the new Class 1 rate will be $730, an increase of $60 on the current $670, with T-tag users paying $650. The new Class 2 rate will be $1,100, up from $990, while vehicles with T-tags will pay $1,050. Class 3 will jump from $2,000 to $2,200. The Maple Toll Plaza will attract a new fee of $240 for Class 1 motorists, up from $220, with T-tag users expected to pay $220. Class 2 motorists will pay $390, up from $350, while motorists with T-tags will pay $370. The Class 3 rate will increase to $700 from $630. The toll regulator is also proposing to give a further discount to tag users for Classes 1 and 2 motorists who use the toll plazas after their 10th passage. The ministry stated in the advertisement that the public has 5 days from the date of the publication of the notice to submit concerns about the proposed new Highway 2000 toll increases. Concerns can be submitted to the toll authority. Concerns can be submitted to the toll authority at the Oxford Road address. PNP says PM's vow to crack down on fake news online and assault on democracy. The opposition People's National Party PNP says it strongly condemns Prime Minister Andrew Holness's intent to clamp down on fake news on social media, viewing it as a direct threat to free expression and privacy. Speaking on Saturday at a Jamaica Labour Party JLP Youth Conference in St. Anne, Holness warned of future prosecutions for trigger-happy online warriors who continue to tarnish the reputations of Jamaicans, especially on popular social media platforms. He sent the warning to what he called the entire industry called fake news and those trying to trick people to get power. However, the PNP says, while addressing misinformation is crucial, the Prime Minister's approach dangerously overreaches and undermines democratic principles and constitutional rights. Recent alarming statements by government officials, such as former Minister Robert Morgan's claim of accessing IP addresses and Minister Darrell Vance's threats, clearly indicate an assault on democracy and privacy, the party asserted. The opposition is accusing Holness of selective outrage as he ignores fake news spread by his own party members, particularly Deputy Speaker Heroy Clark's violation against the leader of the opposition. This blatant double standard exposes the government's inability to enforce policies impartially. The PNP is demanding that the government clarify its policy and legal framework, ensuring transparency and accountability. All individuals, including government officials, must be held to the same standard to prevent abuse of power. The PNP staunchly defends democratic values and constitutional rights. We demand the government reconsider its approach and uphold our nation's fundamental freedoms. Government to purchase 33 water pumps. The government is to acquire 33 new water pumps as part of plans to increase access to the commodity in communities across the island. Prime Minister Andrew Holness made the announcement during a tour of work being done in Pimento Walk in Ocherias, St. Anne on Friday. The government is looking at our pumps and we're trying to order them in advance. So 33 new pumps are in order to which will serve communities like this one, Holness said. I believe it is $20 million for one of those pumps. So you can just imagine the budget that the government is putting forward to ensure that small, rural communities like these can have the basics, get their roads and their water, he added. The Prime Minister noted that the government is working on the water infrastructure in the community by doing whatever rehabilitation and maintenance there is, but we're also making new investment in the water supply, and we are, as much as we can, repairing the road. Onus informed that Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, with responsibility for water, environment, climate change, and the blue and green economics, Senator Matthew Samuda and Robert Morgan, who is responsible for works in the ministry, have been tasked to visit communities and look at road and water challenges that are being faced in those areas. They are to see our best from a limited national budget with so many other demands on it to make sure that even the basics are available, he emphasized. The Prime Minister was visiting the Pimento Walk area to see the progress of ongoing road work in the community, which is being spearheaded by the National Works Agency, NAA. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.